everybody, welcome back to the Harmonica Barge. It's a bit windy on the boat today. There's going to be pans clinking around up here and you can hear the wind maybe howling down the chimney. I want to talk about this fox chase groove today. This has been a favourite groove of mine for a few years, ever since I did it with my old harmonica teacher. I'm not an expert on this by any means. I've read a little bit and I've listened to a lot of different versions. In my in-depth lesson I go into some more versions, variations and different ways of playing this, how to incorporate it into your playing of other styles. Do check that out if you're interested. Just click on the link below in the description. For now, let's talk about the basic version. Now, I think it's important, because we're talking in folk music history, to have a little bit of that history, so it's not just from a technical analysis, which is a little bit cold for me, just to analyse something technically. I've just read a bit of a paper on, it's a great paper actually on, it's called Harmonica Magic, Virtuoso Display in American Folk Music, from the University of Illinois, Michael S. Licht, maybe German last name. So he says, an Irish musical piece, Fox Chase, credited to the blind piper from Tipperary, an island of course, called Edward Keating Highland, circa around 1800, is arguably the origin of the concept, if not the brief snatch of melody, one of the most well-known harmonica and banjo pieces. So there's lots of banjo versions of this groove, and you know, some other teachers I believe are experts on this. Must mention the legendary Joe Falisco over in Chicago. He's been teaching this for years. Seth Shoemate, another great old-time harmonica player, he might have even written a paper on this groove, or a book, I can't remember. But yeah, to get to the groove, so I've got my G harmonica, because like I say, if you play this on a C harp, it kind of sounds okay. Something like warmer and nicer playing these things on lower harps, I find. That's the groove. Easy, right? Well, it should be, you know, but I don't know, I've done this with a few students, and I think the relaxation part of it is actually, and to keep the regularity, to get the groove going, because it's really a dance groove. It's perhaps a bit harder than it seems at first. Now, just to break this down, here's one way to play it. If you play the 2 draw, then a chord in, holds 1, 2, 3 all together. Nice big round sounding chord. Then a 2 blow, and another chord in, holds 1, 2 and 3. Put it together. Simple, right? Well, that's quite a lot of work to change the embouchure there. So, a much easier way to play that, arguably, or a different way. You know, I'm sure there are versions where people play this with a pucker style for different versions. If you play the 3 blow, so I've got, with a tongue block, I've got my tongue in hole 2 and leaving a 3 single. Then doing a chord in. If you're totally new to tongue blocking, should you start on this piece? Yeah, it's probably doable. Just take it slowly. You can check out my other video on tongue blocking for some tips on that. So I've got the 3 blow, then a chord in. Then I'm going to move into the 2 blow and putting my tongue in hole 1. So I've got... Then of course there's all kinds of cool riffs you can do, and whopping animal sounds, you know, because it's supposed to be imitating a fox being chased by a pack of hounds, so you can start to... I've actually got a version of this, my own, called the pigeon chase, where I make pigeon noises, but that's for another time. And of course many different versions of this with very cool riffs and licks and all this like stuff you can weave in, and I cover that in the in-depth lesson, different versions. But I think it's very easy with this to get caught up in wanting to play all the riffs and actually miss the point, you know, of the groove. It's really about the groove. And I think if you only just play I think the test of this, when you play this, people should be tapping their foot, nodding their head, smiling. You know, it's like if you play this at a gig, there's children there, they often just start dancing. You know, they love this groove. It's just such a catchy groove. And I think that's the repetition. It's like a trance kind of groove, you know. Now, it sounds like the offbeat is quite strong there. Jam, 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 jam. It's almost like a droney kind of. But I think it's important to just take that really with a natural breath. Relax the shoulders, relax the chest. I'm not articulating with a tut or a kurt or anything like that. You could do, not saying you can't do that. That would be slightly different style. So I'd go for this like nice open kind of big sound, warm groove, not playing super hard on the harmonica, just relaxing. This is kind of cool. This was a gift. It's a Boater's loud hailer, a vintage brass loud hailer. It's kind of cool, isn't it? To get that into a set another time. So I would say take your low harp, whatever you've got, or just do it on a C if you've only got a C. I know I'm speeding up a bit when I play, which is part of the kind of solo piece. You know, these pieces would have been solo harmonica pieces for players as a really show of, you know, virtuosity of the harmonica player doing all these imitations. So there is a, you know, there's a natural tendency to want to speed up as you're playing it. But I would recommend starting slow at first and just really getting the groove going. Starting to add some doubles there with a little bounce on the chord. So yeah, that's the Fox Chase. I hope you enjoy that. Like I say, if you want a number of variations on that, I've got tabs all written out and a system for how to make a one-man harmonica show out of this with variations incorporating certain grooves and different styles from harmonica players over the years that I've checked out different versions, and I've made a playlist of different versions which I'll happily share with anyone. So yeah, we've been here at the Harmonica Barge. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson. Do subscribe and like if you haven't already. I'll see you for another video very soon. Thanks, bye.